pink light. She's dead. This is what happens when you read too much smut and you get taken away. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If I'm really quiet, I apologize. But in my last video, I was shouting. And it's currently almost 9 o'clock, so I don't want to shout. Welcome to today's video. I am catching up on some reading. I am an Indecent Book Club rep. I've been a rep since the start of this year. It's my first book box. The reason why I signed up to be a rep so that I can read more indie authors this year. I have had this subscription and I've got 3 books that I have yet to read. You know what? Prior to today, I only had 2 books to read. But the 3rd box for April came today. So a little explanation about the Indecent Book Club. As I said before, it is a indie subscription service. I'm just gonna get it up on my phone. I think that the concept is so amazing. They also have merchandise, which when I get a bit more money, I will be purchasing. There's like some t-shirts and some tote bags. I literally want all the tote bags, all the shirts. My pink light! She's dead! Oh my god, it's hot! Sorry that the ambiance is gone. I just bought that light from TikTok shop and I didn't charge it. And it's really hot, guys. I think I've actually burnt my hands. The Indecent Book Club is a indie book subscription service. There's 2 boxes. So the romance box is called the Indecent Book Club, which is the one that I'm subscribed to. If you are a mood reader and obviously you want to try different genres, that one is called the Indecisive Book Club. You can also buy a one-off book box, and you can also get the subscription as just the book rather than the box with all the stuff in it. It's just a vibe, it's really fun. Do you want to see? There's an evidence bag. Guys, look at this. Right, so I have opened but not opened everything, if that makes sense. So inside the evidence bag, we have this that says do not open until you finished book 1. We have some coffee. My favorite sweeties is this month's snack. It is Love Hearts. Then we've got this tiny notebook and pen so I can also be a detective. And then we've got the 2 photos of the main characters. I feel like I should have some red string. Then the bookmark. This says the Indecent Book Club, and then on the back it has a little synopsis of the book, or well, a little teaser. And then this is the book. This month's book is Cryptic Pursuit. It says 1 wrong move and checkmate, the game's over. And it's by JT Philpott. Hi guys, I started filming this video last week and then I got really sick and I ended up not reading. So I basically read the first book, All That You Are, yesterday in one, and I don't want to be mean. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be mean. So initially I thought 3 stars because I didn't want to be really mean about it, but then I decided to be very honest with myself and it is a 2-star read, unfortunately. I think the plot of the book is really good, but I wouldn't exactly call this a romance because the romance is just like a little razzle dazzle on top, you know, a little sprinkle. And it was mainly about 2 teenagers dealing with rubbish emotions and trying to navigate those emotions. And at some points it was really frustrating to read, but I am not a DNF girly, so I persevered. And I think, I don't know what to say, like the bits of the book were really choppy, and I really enjoyed actually reading a physical book because I am a Kindle girl and it's been a while since I've read a physical book. At some points in the book I got a bit confused with ages, like who was aged what, some of the conversations that were happening, like why would I as an 18-year-old ask my 11-year-old what would they do if they fancied a guy, and why would I take what they have to say seriously? Like it was weird. But I think, I don't want to be mean. I don't think I will be reading the 2nd book. I kept having to go to the front to find people because the front has got meet the characters here. and some of the characters that I didn't know who the hell they were, they're not on the list. So it was a bit, I don't know, I don't have anything else to say that's really nice, and I don't want to be mean. If this had a little sprinkle of satin on it, do you know what I mean? It could slap. But there were points in it where I did laugh a bit. I did actually laugh out loud, and I did have a moment because I was reading it and it's got trigger warnings at the start, which are death, illness and abandonment. So obviously the two characters, one's going through grief, trying to process grief, and one's processing abandonment. And then I was like, okay, so I've got the death and I've got the abandonment. Who's sick? And when I found out who was sick, I actually went, ah! Like, I dumped. I was gagged. But yeah. 2 sparkles. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. 2 sparkles. I don't know if I should read Cryptic Pursuit or... Like, this one feels like a normal sized book. Do you get what I mean? But I'm so excited for this one. I'm so excited. I'm gonna read this one. I'm gonna read a bit of this and then hopefully read and finish, because I've got, I don't have my phone. What's the time? I could read a lot. Yeah. I'm also trying to catch up on BookTube, so there's that. But I'm glad I finished this. And yeah, I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna go make another cup of tea. I've been drinking out of my Christmas mug because it's the only mug that I have here. Because every time I buy one to bring home that's not a Christmas one, it's too pretty to bring home and I have to keep it. I could buy a duplicate of one I already have at home. But then I also don't want to buy a mug to leave here because my sister doesn't know boundaries and she will drink out of it. And I'm not a fan of that. You know what I mean? Like, it's my cup. Talking of sisters, if you can see the state of my eyelashes, you can't, because I tried to take them off myself and I almost blinded myself, so my sister gonna do it for me. I wanted to read the trigger warnings in this book. I also wanted to show you what my bookmark is. I didn't bring any bookmark with me, so it's literally a photo of my face. It's a sticker of me. That is my bookmark. JT's put a glossary in the front, which is very helpful. This is going to be my first dark romance. And remember what I said about a dark romance. So here are the content warnings. Stalking, PTSD, knife violence, the R word, psychological and emotional abuse, mutilation, disfigurement, torture, blood and gore, asphyxiation, kidnapping, gang culture, organised crime, drug references, car accident, murder, attempted murder, electrocution, fire and arson, explosions, grief and loss, branding, essay, cheating, but not between the main characters, anxiety, phobias, dead bodies and parts, scars, shen, sexually explicit language, and then suspense. If anybody knows why suspense would be a content warning, could you please explain it to me? Anywho, I'm very excited to get started on this. I'm also like catching up on BookTube, so I'm just going to read and give you some fancy music if that's okay for today. On page 2. Holiday. Hello. I won't tell a lie to you. I did not read a lot of the book. because I ended up feeling a bit sleepy and tired, and I accidentally took a nap. But now I'm home and you can hear the kettle because I'm making myself a cup of tea. And we're gonna get back to this book. So far, I'm really enjoying it, and obviously it's my first dark romance, but there's a bit of stalking going on for the main female character, and the stalker's weird. And like, obviously stalkers are weird because they're not okay in the brain, but the letters that he's writing her, they're actually very romantic, and I don't know how to feel about that because obviously he's a stalker and a murderer, and he's obviously not okay. But like, spitting poetry, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so conflicting. You know, it's got the bit of the weird stuff like I was watching you last night while you were sleeping, but very romantic letters. Let's make a cup of tea. So we have the pretty mug. This is really cool, right? Cool. But the cup of tea is so small, and I really love this one, and it's a decent cup of tea, so we're gonna go for this. And then I also have this one, which is also very cool. They're both pink. We'll do this one because that makes more sense. We get a tea bag, put a little bit of honey, get our hot water, fill it to the top. We get a milk. I do like oat milk, but oat milk and cereal I do not like. I need to also make a squash in my girly pot and then do my bed sheets and unpack my suitcase while I sip my tea, and then I'm gonna sit down and want to read, and my tea's gonna be finished. But it's okay because I'm not dramatic, okay? I'll just make another one. 15 seconds worth of adverts just so I can put a beach on with some fire. And that's just the skip. 25 seconds worth of ads. I wish I was wearing a big t-shirt, but I wanted to look cute for you. This is really good. I should have started with this. Yeah. See you in the morning. I realised that I didn't do a outro for this video, so I am doing this now because I have basically finished editing this video. And I ended up finishing Cryptic Pursuit but way after Easter Sunday, because that's when I actually wanted to upload this video, and I kind of put a bit of pressure on myself to try and read 3 books within less than 3 days. Oh, a day basically. I gave it a 5-star. I obviously don't know what a dark romance is, however, my assumption of a dark romance is not what I read. I think the book that I read was a thriller with a bit of romance in, because obviously they're officers, they're in the police, and they're dealing with drug gangs and people, a serial killer. I feel like I don't want to class this as my first dark romance. I need some examples of dark romances so that I can maybe read another one and see if they're on the same vibe. I think maybe I will need to read some more, which I did say was gonna happen. I said once I dip my toe in, I feel like I'm gonna have to submerge myself. But I really enjoyed it, and I'm very excited to read the next book when it does come out. Very a big fan. I knew I was gonna love this book. I haven't started The Cursed Soul, which was the 3rd book that I wanted to read in this video, but I have decided to take the plunge and read Throne of Glass, so that is what I'll be reading next. I'm currently reading an arc that's a romance, and I'm eating it up. I'm Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for staying to the end. If you got to the end, please can you comment a little like leaf emoji, a little plant, you know what I mean, some greenery. Make a little fun garden in the comment section. That would be cool. And if you want to give me some dark romance recommendations, I will not say no. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. It doesn't have to be a big thumbs up, it can be a little one, like a little tap, and you know, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am so excited to create for you. I feel like I didn't sing at all in this video, and you needed that. Anyways, bye. Love you. Bye.